Hi everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. Um, okay. I feel like I have a lot on my mind, but I also feel like I don't have anything to talk about, which I know sounds weird, and I don't know if you guys understand where I'm coming from on that. So, I was like on my page and I noticed that my last regular video was about 11 days ago. And I'm like, wow, it's been that long. Now, I actually did multiple videos that have never been posted. Two of them are on my new phone and they're they are out of step. Like they might have been recorded. In fact, I believe they were recorded sometime in April. And so if I haven't deleted them, I will probably delete them. I'll probably rewatch them, see if there's anything that I talked about that's worth putting in a new video, and then delete them because they're just out of step now. I don't 100% know why I didn't post them like off the top of my head. Like, what was I thinking? Maybe when I rewatch them, I'll be reminded, oh yeah, I didn't post it because this, that, and the other. Then I did a video on this phone. This is my favorite phone to record on. The new phone, this is an old iPhone that I'm recording on. It's the iPhone XR. The new one is the 16E, and damn, is that phone harsh. Okay, that phone is so unforgiving. It shows flaws I didn't even know I had. Okay, so I'm like, meh. So I don't really like to do videos on that, but that's where those videos that I'm going to delete are from. On this phone, I have a video that I want to post, but every time I've attempted to edit it, I've run into problems where it just is not working for me. I went to CapsCut. I've tried, I think on here. No, but I didn't do it from the desktop site, which is where I need to do it from. So the story with that video is this. Okay, so if you guys remember, I'm going to be reneging a lot or admitting to reneging a lot in this video, so bear with me, okay? I mentioned that I had not been to McDonald's since that whole CEO drama. That is a true story. Up until about 2 or so, maybe less than 2 weeks ago, I broke down and had some McDonald's. My daughter, she wanted McDonald's. And I was on their website. Okay, I re-downloaded the app. So, because I'm like, hey, why not save some money by using points, whatever. And I noticed they had a Huntrix meal. I'm going to call it a Happy Meal, even though I don't think that's what they call it. But they had a K-pop Demon Hunters meal. You see what I'm talking about? Okay. My kids are big fans, and in this case I just had my daughter with me. And anyway, so I was like, okay, I brought it up to her and she's like, yeah, I want it. It didn't even come with the burger. You could only get it with a 10-piece nugget and everything, and whatever. Here's why I mentioned it. Did it even come with a drink? I'm not sure. It might have come with a drink. I just don't remember off the top of my head. I think it did. Because I think I took the drink or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, but it was overpriced AF, okay? And my daughter, she wanted to do a video, or maybe I even suggested it because I know how much she likes to be in my videos and stuff. And I was like, oh, maybe we can do like a taste test of it, or like an unboxing, because it came with its own sauces and everything. In the video, which I have not yet posted, and I'm going to get into why in a moment, but in the video, I said that, oh, they didn't give me the sauces. Turns out they did give me the sauces, and my daughter and I were like, meh on them. We both tried them. Neither of us were fond of them. The Saja Boys and Huntrix sauces or whatever, we didn't care for them. Anyway, But so yeah, and she liked it though. Oh yeah, and it came with these ramen fries, which taste like ramen noodle seasoning. Okay, so it was cute, and we actually thought they were decent and stuff. If you didn't have to think about the health ramifications of eating like that, then it would be more enjoyable. But me being a 40-something-year-old adult that knows how unhealthy that kind of shit is, it's like, nah, okay, I'm glad I tasted it. I know what it tastes like, and let's just move on. You know, I'd rather just eat real fries if I'm gonna, by real fries, sorry, regular fries if I'm gonna eat fries, you know, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, that happened. What else? I didn't tell you why I didn't post it. So the part that I was trying to edit out is my daughter says her government name on the dang on video. She's like, I'm 7 and my name is blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I call her by a nickname on here, but I am protective of her and protective of our privacy in that way and stuff. So I told her, I was like, I'm going to have to edit that out, you know? So that's why I'm trying to edit it before posting it. Otherwise, I would have been posted it. Not that I would have expected a big audience for it, but just to, you know, it helps my algorithm to continuously put out content. And I'm going to be honest about something. I feel like, and I want to talk about that too. Shit. About the whole being honest. Like, can I be honest with you? Can I tell you the truth? Well, to tell the truth, let me get this off my chest, and then I will get into why I haven't really been doing as many videos as I once did and everything. Okay. So, as far as like the whole to be honest thing, I say that a lot. Or like, I'm going to be honest, or let me be frank, or I'm going to be candid, or something like that. It doesn't mean that I'm a liar. In fact, I am not a liar. I'm not. I take great pride in my honesty and in my integrity. And I sound like I'm a politician that's been caught doing something I shouldn't have been doing. But you know what I mean. That's a really big deal to me. But as I've gotten older, I've seen people say, oh, if someone says, let me be honest, that means that they're a liar. And it's like, no, you dumb, simple-minded fucking bitch. That's not what that fucking means. I'm saying it. I can't tell you where other people are coming from, but I can tell you where I'm coming from and where I think a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people are coming from is this. In our society, we have to sugarcoat shit. Nobody wants to be real and honest and tell you what's going on. And I'm that person that I want people to know what's up. Like, that's a big deal to me. Girl, why do I sound so mad? Anyway, but you understand what I'm saying. I want people to know what the tea is or whatever, okay? Like, so when I'm saying, well, can I be honest about something? Like, in other words, if everybody says, oh, everybody's beautiful, looks don't matter. I disagree with that. I'm like, can I be honest with you? Actually, that's not my experience. You know what I mean? That's where I'm coming from. It's not that, all this time you've been lying. Oh, now you want to be honest, or oh, you're about to bullshit me. And I just have to say that because that is such a lazy mindset and it's inaccurate. And I'm not saying that it can't apply to some people. Like, okay, quick pet peeve. Somebody who swears and they're fucking lying. That is such a pet peeve of mine. Because my thing is like, I don't know how to explain it. And I think it's like from watching too many movies and TV shows and all that kind of stuff. But it's like when seemingly a character is about to spill the beans and tell you what it is, okay? And in this case, talking about in real life, you know, you're about to like lay it all out and you're still bullshitting. Nothing gets my goat like that. I mean, and that's not even to get into the religious implications or whatever, or spiritual implications of like, you know, involving God in your nonsense and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, just like person to person, it just is such a dirty thing to do. It kind of reminds me, sidebar, and I'm just like riffing right now. I'm just like saying everything that comes to mind. Welcome to my stream of consciousness. Anyway, I was going to say that it kind of reminds me of these posts I've seen online about how a man will cry, will have snot coming out of his nose, will threaten to kill himself, and still be fucking lying. And I'm going to leave it there. I ain't even going to touch that. But oh my gosh, okay? And that's what I mean. That's what like makes people not trust humans. I mean, especially people like me who, you know, it's like we want to trust people, but it's just like when you've seen how dirty people can be sometimes, it's like, okay. You know, like I literally can't fucking trust you. Like it's, you know what I mean? It's one thing to tell one little lie and then, you know, you come out with the truth later, like, hey, here's what's really going on kind of thing. But in the, hey, here's what's really going on, and you're still fucking lying. Oh my gosh, gets on my fucking nerves. Sorry for that, but I just want to get that off my chest because I do say, well, I'm going to be honest, and I say that kind of thing a lot, and I don't want people to taint me with that false narrative that means that what I'm saying is dishonest or something, when really it's like, hey, here's the deeper truth that a lot of people are not going to say, but I'm going to say because that's what's on my spirit, you know, if that makes any sense. Okay. End rant. What was I going to say though? Something about my daughter. So I just mentioned that she had said her government name in a video. I've tried to edit it, couldn't edit it. I forgot. See, that's what happens when I talk too much. And I've talked about that before, where I'll be talking about one thing and then I'll go into other things and so on. And sometimes I've been better about it. I'm trying to think of where else I was going. I don't remember. So let me get to this. I have been feeling kind of burnt out. Let me tell you why. The world has been pot, and that's the nice way of putting it, for at least several months, where it's just been catastrophic. Okay. Well, I say that, and I want to pull that back only because it's like you ain't seen nothing yet. I mean, and what I mean by that is we don't know how bad things are going to get. So that's why I don't want to say, that's the thing. Another thing that gets me. Okay. A lot of people are saying the same things that they were saying years ago before before everyone was presented with the evidence that what they were saying was valid, if that makes any sense. And so unfortunately now a lot of people are just fucking numb because you've been saying, well, you know, like, I don't know, you've been saying that you've been giving this terrible narrative before things were on the level in which they are now. And now they're on this level. And I just feel like people are worn the fuck out. And if you catch what I'm saying, I hope so. And I don't want to get explicit about it because we don't live in a free society, and I'm going to leave it there. But as it were, like with the catastrophes that have been going on in the world, like on the surface, my life has been fairly the same. I mean, like, you know, I haven't missed any meals. You know, if there was something I needed to do, I was in a position to do it. I'm not a rich person. But, you know, my life has been on the surface pretty much the same. But in terms of like looking at the world around me, it's like, you know, you look across the street and your neighbor's house is on fire. And I mean that metaphorically, like, it, you know, and it sucks. And also like you have doom and gloomers saying it, and I'm not calling them wrong at all. I'm just saying, like, you know, telling you, oh yeah, it's only going to get worse, you know, like, because gas runs or oil runs everything, and XYZ. So it's like stuff like that has made it very difficult for me to come on here, sunshine and rainbows, you know, let's just be real, and act like, you know, I'm cool when I'm not cool, you know. The other thing is that my eating has not been great. And I am 5.5 pounds up from my lowest. My lowest was 291.7. Now I'm 297.2. And in and of itself, I was actually okay with that. Even though mentally I've been telling myself stop being okay with that. But I mean, it didn't like mentally destroy me that I weighed that, because I'm like, you know what? I got this. It's okay. I'm going to get it together. Then today I got the weirdest urge to eat 5 of these bitches. Okay. These are the Trader Joe's peanut butter, chewy, coated, and drizzled granola bars. Now I don't want, it's one more left in the box. I don't even want this, but I sat up there and ate 5 of them. I like peanut butter flavor things. Another thing, now this is trash, by the way, but this peanut butter and peanut butter caramel coated popcorn by Trader Joe's. I have sat there and ate a whole bag of this in a day. I have been logging my food. I didn't log every single bite. Like I had a couple of bites of some orange chicken, also by Trader Joe's, and I did not log that. But I have like logged other than that. You know, like I logged all those peanut butter bars I ate today. And, you know, I'm thinking to myself, please God, let the scale be down tomorrow. Even though I sat up there and ate 5 of those bars. For the most part, my food's actually been pretty good today. I have a salad in the fridge that I had started eating and then I didn't finish it. I don't know why. I just, you know, wasn't in the mood to finish it. So I figure if I'm hungry, I have that. But yeah, I don't know. I just like, I think like if my weight was moving more, then it would be moving in the right direction. It would be easier for me to come on here and talk about it. But because it's been going upward, then what am I going to say? You know what I mean? So, and that's just, again, me being honest, you know, whatever. What else did I want to rant and rave about? Hold on, stay with me. I've been wanting to do a video about Megan and Alandria and Nick. I guess I'm going to talk about it here. Am I? I feel weird talking about it here because I've just been kind of on a rambly rant. And so if somebody is literally clicking on my video to hear what I have to say about them, then they're going to be sorely disappointed and just like, damn, did she get to Alandria or not? I don't know. So no, I think I'll save that for another video. I have been keeping up with my 10,000 steps a day, every day except yesterday. I think yesterday, was the one day that I didn't get it in, or was it the day before yesterday? It was either yesterday or the day before. I was just tired. I'm like, fuck this shit. So I didn't get it in. No, I think I did get it in yesterday. So I guess it was maybe the day before I did not get the 10,000 steps in. And my food, it's not that it's been like binging other than those 5 bars. I would call that a mini binge, you know, a semi-controlled mini binge. But it's not that I've been like, you know, totally losing my mind and stuff. Oh, and I have had McDonald's at least twice. Maybe 3 times. At least twice I've had McDonald's. I got some the other day. So my mom was like, you blaming it on your daughter? Well, it was her idea. But I do want to stay away from McDonald's because, girl, why? Why am I sitting up here eating this shit? I did finish off my nuggets. I got a 20-piece nugget the last time I went there. I ate 12 in one night, and I had 8 for breakfast today. I know, weird breakfast. I posted my food on Lemonade, and I do want to do more of that. So, But yeah, I just want to get this off my chest just to say this because I know what I know, well, not what it was earlier per se, but one of the things I want to address. So I talked about getting rid of TikTok. I talked about not using filters anymore. And I have reneged on both of those things. Why did I renege? And what's up? Like, TikTok, I wanted to check some things on my account and I had to go through the app to do so. So that's what got me back on there, if I remember correctly. I know that was like the main thing because I was still using TikTok through the URL without a problem, except when I was trying to do stuff to my account, and then that's when they would tell me I needed the app, okay? So that was why I got it. And since I've been back on it, I've been pretty addicted. Yeah, okay, that's true story. That's what's up. Filters, what's up? So I'm not using filter right now, as you can tell, but there have been some content, or there has been content that I've done, and I wanted to use a filter because I didn't like how I looked in that moment. And so I'm just like, okay, let me throw a filter on and everything. And some of that content has been posted. Most of it that I did hasn't been. And I do feel a sense of guilt because, you know, for one, it's a filter and I feel like it's fake and all that stuff. But then the other sense of guilt I felt is because I do think that we need to re-examine how we use AI, you know, for like entertainment purposes, and that it should not be used in that way for the most part. So that's the other reason why I feel guilty about it. What else though? But I'm not, like, I will probably use it again very soon. So I'm just warning you before. I'm just being honest, okay? I did leave the door open that I would maybe use it again in the future, but I definitely don't want to use it excessively. Like, before I took a stance of not really using it anymore for the most part, I would look back at a lot of my videos, and especially most of my videos, not all of them, but most of my videos that were under 10 minutes or under were filtered in recent years, you know, since I came back to the platform. And so, yeah, that was, you know, I'm just like, that's ridiculous, you know. What else did I want to talk about? So yeah, I reneged on TikTok. Another thing about me reneging on TikTok is that I found out a lot about this hantavirus thing, and I wouldn't know about it to this because I do not watch regular news for the most part. So I wouldn't even know about it if it weren't for TikTok. And God willing, it does not blow up into a really big thing like COVID, but it's not looking hot. And that's just me being honest. Okay, it's not looking great. A lot of us in the comments before they allowed that ship to dock were saying, yeah, we wish you guys the best, but y'all cannot dock. You know, this thing has an 8-week incubation period. Y'all cannot dock. And sure as shit stinks, they're like, you know what? They can dock. Anybody who said that those people can dock, in my personal opinion, have blood on their hands, and that's all I'm going to say. I'm sorry to say that, and I don't mean that to be cruel. That's just my personal opinion. This one woman was talking about suing those people if they get off that boat, and she was being, at first I thought she was kidding. Sis was being dead serious, and you know what? I don't blame her. If it gets really nasty, I don't blame her. It's way worse than COVID if that thing spreads. It's way, way worse. So just something to think about it. And I'm not trying to depress people. I'm really not. And again, if it wasn't for TikTok, I wouldn't even know about it. Let me see what else. So I don't regret getting TikTok again. And like I was mentioning, I have been posting on Lemonade a little bit. What else? Trying to remember. I'm just like, this is just, call this life updates and ramblings and stuff, because that's what this is. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, another thing. Okay, so I look back on some of my older content, and like I felt like a lot of those videos were kind of gems. And I think a part of why some of those old videos from my perspective were so good, from my perspective, I'm my own biggest fan. I'm just going to be real with you guys. I know like there are a lot of people who are there like, oh, I can't stand to hear my own voice, or I don't like looking at myself, or I don't want to listen, like, you know, I don't want to watch my own videos. Girl, I watch my own shit and I love my own shit. Okay. That's why I feel confident about putting out my videos to you guys, is because I think that what I'm putting out is good stuff. So anyway, why I'm mentioning it is that last year I was going through a lot of stuff. I was just dealing with a lot. I had a lot on me. And I mean, for the most part, if I remember correctly, I considered 2025 to be a good year. But I definitely went through a lot in a weird way. You know, just a lot of realizations about relationships and stuff. And I shared so much of that in those videos. And then at some point, at different points, I've like made a point of making peace with a lot of those past situations. And so I didn't really want to talk about them too much, because I didn't want to, like, you know, pick at the scab and everything. It's like, you know, let it be and all that kind of stuff. And so I feel like in a weird way, healing, just like when you do music, okay, if you're like, I've heard people say Adele needs to get her heart broken so we can get another good album. That's fucked up. But I have noticed people have said that, and I think that there is some level of truth that the best content sometimes comes through struggle and hardship. And when things are going more smoothly, when you're more healed, it can be difficult to speak your mind and tap into those situations the same, because you're kind of moved past it, if that makes any sense. I hope that, you know. And so, like, for instance, I feel weird bringing up my ex. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've still done it, but he and we actually get along with each other for the most part. I mean, we have our moments, but for the most part, you know, we get along with each other. I just saw him tonight. And so it feels weird to like be around him and, you know, we hug each other and all that kind of stuff. No, not like that, but like, you know, in a familial way. And, you know, then get on camera and be like, hey, y'all, let me tell you why my ex ain't shit. You know what I mean? It feels weird to do that, you know? So I think that also plays a role in the burnout and lack of motivation and stuff. But I'm not going to stop posting, but I am going to have to probably dig deeper in what I put out there, if that makes any sense. So anyway, I think I'm going to cut it here. I do want to still do a video about Alandria, Nick, Meg Thee Stallion, and Klay Thompson. That's coming up. I did do a video about them, but then at the end, I got political, and I was like, I'm not posting this shit. I wish I hadn't got, like, I'm someone, if you cannot tell, it's very difficult for me not to say what's on my mind. And unfortunately, some of what I say, it don't need to be said. You know what I mean? So because I got into some political stuff, I was like, yeah, let me delete this video. So I'm going to try it again without getting into political stuff. On that note, thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.